So we're going to set up some things. First of all, we're going to look at the time, and it is currently 10 o'clock. So I'm going to turn this off hold, hit record. Basement, captain's room, November 27th, 2010, at 10 p.m. at night with Matt and Dan. So we'll put that down here. I'm going to keep the ambient temperature thermometer near me. If you want to do me a favor, just so we can see, 64.6 degrees Fahrenheit at this point in time. If that changes, we can kind of keep an eye on it. So it might take a little while to adjust. So 64, yeah, it's going to go down a bit.
Check back in a minute.
So what we'll do is I'm going to keep this over here next to you on the floor, so we can check it as necessary. I'm going to take out my K2 meter, which I'm going to keep right here. Okay? And then what I'm going to do with this light is I'm going to turn it so it's just barely on, to the point where playing with it will turn it on and off. Okay, I'll put it right there. Okay. So, I'm going to proceed to empty my pocket of my camera, which I will turn on. Realize I have everything else that I need, including my walkie, so I can take my vest off now for carrying. And what we can do, Matt, is you can have a seat right there on the little crate, and I'll take the wooden thing over here.
I'll just let you know we're dropping still in temp. We're looking at 60.7 and going down, but that's also because you're sitting right on the floor.
Right, but it'll give us a good read of the room. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do, Matt, is I'm just going to read around the room for wall temperatures, 57.2. Over here it's 53 on the stone wall, 53.5 roughly, all the way across, 51 in the far corner, 48, so kind of low in this black stuff. Okay, over here, getting 53-ish. Keep going around, staying about 53, 53. Get over here, we're looking at about 57.
Right, because that's not an outside wall.
58.
Now, this piece of equipment right here is a hot water heater, yes?
This?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so.
Figured to note it just in case if you could hear something.
Okay, so over the course of the night, I will be taking readings with this.
Still dropping on the temp.
Yeah, it's kind of cold in here. I imagine it will drop a bit.
Yep.
Now, one of the things that will happen, I don't know if you saw that light kind of turn itself on and off like that. Good timing, by the way. There are a few ways that we can try to have the captain speak to us. One way would be to ask him to speak into the red light on the electronic voice recorder. Another way that he can speak to us would be by trying to make the green light up. That goes green, then I believe there's yellow, orange, and red. So if he can light those up, it's a way he can respond to us. And then if he wants to talk to us, he can try to turn the mag light on or off.
That's why I'm looking at it.
Huh?
So that's why I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that was good timing. Agreed? So we do have some extra tobacco here for you, Captain, should you not like what we left you in the pipe there, what was left for you in the pipe. You can always exchange it out if you want. If so, let us know. You know what to do if you have a response to one of our statements, as you've already done. But anyway, I imagine you're starting to get a little more familiar with us as we've been here. And
The light goes out.
so, this is our third time in the house doing an investigation specifically. I have been here on a total of 3 tours otherwise, so this is actually my 6th time in this house. So,
A regular.
I am a regular, and I believe I've spoken to the captain a few times anyway. So,
Just so you know, we're holding steady around 57.2.
okay. So supposedly the captain was around, not sure, 1812 or Civil War would have been the time frame that he was.
Okay, between those.
Between those two wars, yeah. You can kill your light if you want to, I think. Can you see the lights on?
Yes.
Okay, so
Both of them.
You can see both of them. Good.
Mhm.
That's quite bright. So, Captain, maybe you can answer this for me.
I'm rolling.
Did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So, Captain, here's what we're thinking. You know, we've heard the War of 1812. We've heard the Civil War. Were you part of the War of 1812? Okay, and is that where you got the nickname the Captain? The other thing we heard was that you kind of, you know, when you were done with the war, you ended up coming back to this area and you kind of considered yourself the captain of, like, Vassalboro. Is that where you got the nickname, or not even nickname, but I guess title, Captain? And I know that there are some other...
Did you catch that in front of my face?
No.
Flash of red before the light lit up, went sideways.
Really? I know that there are some other inhabitants of this house besides yourself. I know that there are supposedly, the number I've heard is 18 children who kind of hang out up in the abortion room. And I know that you consider yourself kind of a protector of them. Would you say that's about right, that you consider yourself a protector of them? Okay, well, if not a protector, would you consider yourself a friend to them? Or, like, are they people that you would consider playing with? I know that baseball, for some reason, has been associated with this house. And to be honest, I'm not sure the exact time baseball was invented. But is that something you were ever into? Did you play baseball, or I guess it might even been called stickball at the time? Oh, all right.
Just to let you know, there's a bug in here.
There is?
Yes.
Can you hear it?
No, like it flew in front of my screen. I'm just telling you, just in case you see something.
Okay.
There's something flying around in here.
All right, and you can feel free to jump in and ask questions too, not just me. But for whatever reason, whenever I'm down here,
I'm observing. It's my first time.
said feel free.
Sure.
So, Captain, you know there is two people here as well. So, if you want Matt to talk, feel free to let us know. Fair enough. So, now, Captain, my next question to you is about Ray. Are you happy that he is technically like the mill agent now? Because he owns the mill as well as this house? Like, is that something that you are, like, genuinely happy about?
Do you feel Ray is a protector of the house?
We, by the way, if you hear that odd noise like this,
Mm-hmm.
that was me playing with my ring,
Yeah.
just so we have that for EVP. Wasn't thinking about that. But,
Can I check the temp?
yes, you may.
Looks like 56.1.
Jumping up the wall. How do we keep jumping up the orange over there? What did you say it was staying at earlier? 57?
Yeah. 56.1, steady right now.
Okay. It's a little slow sometimes.
Sure.
Responding, so. Yeah. Funny, as soon as you turn yours off. No luck that time. So, Captain, you said you consider Ray like a protector. And he seems like he's doing a great job. I mean, he's really tried his best to put everything back the way like it was originally with the windows and the floors. And like he does a really, really excellent job. One of the things that he mentioned, and I apologize if this is going too far, but he had once made a comment that you had hidden a fortune somewhere in this house, and that you were tired of the money grubbers looking for it. Have you ever thought about maybe trying to help Ray find it so he can do more work on the house and kind of help him out a bit, since he is kind of the protector, I guess, of this establishment at this point in time, or maybe even help him start putting the mill back in order? Yeah, well, a lot of people have a difficult time separating themselves.
Does the name Captain have a nautical connotation or a military connotation?
You know, that's a good question to ask and see if he responds. So, Captain, I'm going to ask you 2 questions if you don't want to hear them, I guess. But I'll ask anyway. The term captain could have been used either in the Army, military, or in the Navy. So, did you get that title as a result? Well, we can't even ask you that. You consider yourself the captain of the town, and that's where you got it. But if you did serve in the war, did you serve as part of the Navy? Okay. Were you a soldier in the military? Okay. Did you serve some other purpose in the war then?